Good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Hernandez. Today, we're going to talk about rounding. When you round, you have to look at the number's place value. So first, what we're going to do is, this is the decimal point. To the right, you start off with the tenths. Then you go to hundreds. Then you go to thousands. To the left, you have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So an example is 5 point, let me do a different color. 5.679. The 6 is the tens, the hundreds is the seventh, the 9 is the thousands. The 5 is the ones. When you go to the right of the decimal, what kind of numbers are these? What kind of numbers are the ones to the right? They are decimal numbers. And to the left of the decimal, what type of numbers? What kind of numbers? We have whole numbers. Now when we round, make sure you use this chart. This chart is very important. Now we're going to do an example of rounding. If I have 3.67 and the question asks you round to the nearest tenths place. What we're going to do is we're going to change the tenths place. We're going to change the tenths place. So what number is in the tenths place? Let's go to our chart. Here's the decimal point. How many times do we move to the tenths point? We move one time. So one time. What is our tenths place? The number 6. So I want you to underline the 6. Underline the 6. Now, what we change, we're going to look at the number to the right of the tenths place. We're going to look to the number that's to the right. So what number is that? We're going to look at the number 7. We have two rules for this. Our first rule, 5 or bigger. If it's 5 or bigger, we go up. The second rule, smaller than 5 stays the same. So the number 7, is it bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? It's bigger than 5. So the 6, we're going to change the 6 because the 7 is bigger. So what happens if it's bigger? We go up. So the 6, does it change? Does it go up or does it stay the same? the 6 goes up because the 7 is bigger than 5. So now our answer is 3.7 because we go up. We round up. Let's do another example. Let's say I have 5.6741. Round to the nearest hundredths place. So we're gonna change. We're gonna change the hundredths place. Change the hundredths place. So what number is in the hundredths place? Let's go back to our chart. Here's my decimal point. 1, 2. So 2 times to the right. We're gonna count. Here's our decimal. 1, 2. What is my decimal point? My hundredths place. What number is the hundredths place? The number 7. Now, we look to the number to what direction of 7? To the right. What number is to the right of 7? The number 4. Our rules. 5 or bigger. We go up. My second rule. Smaller than 5 stays the same. So now the number 4, is it bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? It's smaller than 5. So we change the 7. The 7 changes. Do we go up or does the 7 stay the same? The 7 stays the same. So our answer is 5.67. All the numbers to the right of 7, all these numbers do not matter. They do not matter because 7 stays the same. 5.67. Let's do another example. I have 5.67891. Round to the nearest thousandths place. Round to the nearest thousandths place. That means we're gonna change the thousandths place. So what number is in the thousandths place? Let's look at our chart. Here's the decimal point. We count to the right. 1, 2, 3. We count 3 times to the right. So here's my decimal. 1, 2, 3. What number is in the thousandths place? The number 8. What number's to the right of 8? We have 9. So we're going to look at 9. My first rule. 5 or bigger, we go up. Number 2. Smaller than 5 stays the same. So the number 9, is it bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? It's bigger than 5, so we're going to change the 8. The 8 is going to go up because of the first rule. So now my answer, we're going to round. 5.67. If I go up from 8, if I go up 1, it is 9. My answer is 5.679. Questions. This is pretty easy. Let's do another example. Round to the nearest whole number. Round to the nearest whole number. So we're gonna change the whole number. What is my whole number? Let's look at our chart. Decimal numbers are to the right. Whole numbers are to the left of the decimal. So we're gonna look to the left of the decimal. 14 is my whole number. What number is to the right of 14? 6. So now my rules. 5 or bigger, go up. 2. Smaller than 5 stays the same. So now 6, is it bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? It's bigger than 5, so the 14 is gonna change, it's gonna go up. So 14, if you go up from 14, what is your answer? 15. Now let's look at some examples from some work. It says round to the nearest tenth, number 1. What number is in the tenths place? If you look at your chart, it's going to be the number 5. We look at the number to the right. So 4. Is 4 bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? It's smaller. So does it go up or does it stay the same? It stays the same. So my answer is 8.5. If you want me to write it, here it is. 5 or bigger, go up. Smaller than 5 stays the same. So now, number 2, round to the nearest whole number. What is my whole number? Remember, you go to the left of the decimal. So 99. What number's next to 99? 5. Is 5 bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? Remember, number 1 says 5 or bigger. So 5 or bigger, we go up. 99 goes up to 100. Number 3. Round to the nearest tenth. What number's in the tenths place? 2. What number's to the right of 2? 8. Is 8 bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? It's bigger, so we're gonna go up. So 2 changes and we go up. 310.3. This is very easy. This is all you do for your homework. Now in your homework, you're gonna go to Microsoft Teams. You're gonna go to assignments. Whatever class you have, Ms. Garza, Mr. Gould, Ms. White, Ms. Tovar, you're gonna click on your class. You're going to have Mr. Hernandez rounding decimals. This is gonna be your homework. Where it says student work, do you see student work at the bottom? That's where you're gonna do your work. That's where you're gonna put your work. I want you to write on paper and take a picture or a photo of your work and put it in student work. In Spanish, van a tener un símbolo de más. You're gonna have a plus button, un símbolo de más. It's gonna say, va a decir, entregar trabajo. It's going to tell you to turn in your work right here. You're going to take a picture. Van a tomar una foto de su papel. Van a escribir en papel y van a tomar una foto. And then you're gonna submit. You're gonna submit. The submit button's it's gonna be on the right, at the top right. Para entregar va a haber un botón que dice entregar arriba a la derecha. This is how your homework looks like. Rounding homework. This is your homework. You're gonna copy this on a piece of paper. An example of somebody turning in homework. We have Braylon. He took a picture. Does everybody see that? He took 5 pictures. This is how I want you to turn it in. This is very, very easy, very simple. Alright, guys? I'll talk to you later. Alright, bye.